All right, today we are going to be on day 17 PowerPoint. So if you want to get ready, I'm about to share my screen and we'll get this party started. How's everybody doing this morning? Everybody all right? Everybody good? All right, let's see here. Let me get my screen set up.
Yes.
Good morning. All right, hold on a second. Let me get all my screens set up. Let me get my chat thing set up. All right. Let's see, start slideshow. All right. I'm sorry you have a headache. Hopefully you will get over that headache pretty soon. It might be a sinus headache because I know I've been having really bad sinus headaches and allergies and all of that. So hope you feel better. If you need to get off the today and watch the video, you can. Just let me know if you want to do that or not. All right, let's do this. Mini pricing supplier and cost control, reducing cost. Okay, so it's all about reducing cost today and mini pricing. All right, let's do it. And I have noticed that people are starting to do all the stuff for on the portal, and I just got a email on instructions on how to fix the from the IT guy, how to fix the check your knowledge dates, to fix that. So this afternoon after class, I'm going to be working on changing the dates on the check your knowledge, so everybody will be able to open it and open those again. So I will work on that this afternoon, but I just got the instructions on how to do it. So anyway, just wanted a little touch base with you on that. All right, let's do it. Okay, Dave. Restaurant menu. Okay, so running a restaurant means cooking on very much larger scale, right? So, you know what? Honestly, for me now, it is very difficult to cook for just like one or two people, just because or at one point it was, but because you're cooking for large batches at work or doing all of that. So when you come home, it's hard to revert back to just cooking for one or two or three people or whatnot. Can y'all hear me all right? Yes. Okay. Cool. Just like when I'm talking, the little microphone doesn't. Microphone. Hold on. Hello. Test. Test. Okay. All right. So just making sure that you're making hundreds of dishes. You're making large amounts of sauces and soups and all of that, and you're just making such large batches. In order to keep it running smoothly, you will need to have standard procedures, standardized recipes, like we were talking about, and make every dish. And standardized recipes are important because everybody knows how to make it if you use that standardized recipe. Um, if not, people are just going to throw in, I don't know, let's say tarragon or some other spice that changes up the flavor. So you just got to be very careful with that and keep because if you do go uh, off the recipe and do a few more items on that recipe, it's going to raise the cost of it. You're going to lose some money because of we don't know what the reason is, or you didn't cost that out, right? You didn't cost that out, so you need to uh, be able to uh, cost it out, or at least capture all the cost of all the items that you're putting in there. Let's see. Running a cafe or restaurant can be a labor of love. Yeah, guys, it really is. Um, you're working your ass off. At least if you're a chef owner type of deal, you're going to be running your butt off. You're going to be working all the time. But it is a labor of love. You get what you put into it. If you put in a half-ass work, you're going to get half-ass restaurant. It'd be all the time, and that's one of the reasons why maybe like a lot of the chefs are it takes a lot of time. You got to be there at least 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for a little while to get everything organized and ready. So, it's a lot. It's a huge labor of love. Um, uh, Brand your establishment. Your branding by understanding what sets you apart from your competition, and get the world out through, get the word out through like marketing. Some sort of marketing is very important to market yourself and to market uh, your restaurant, because if you're even though that there are some places that don't have to market themselves or like advertise for themselves. I mean, the place kind of speaks for itself. Not really restaurants, but I don't know, like some I don't know, AutoZone or something. I don't know, but sometimes you don't need to market yourself. But for restaurants, you need to market yourself. You need to advertise. You need to give away some free food. Go out and give some samples away. Get people interested in your facility. Just market yourself as best you can, because if not, you're not going to live up to your restaurant's potential if you do not market yourself. Marketing is very, very important. Go to like, a lot of times you have like uh, Taste of Austin or Taste of Dallas or Taste of, where all these restaurants come in and they do a tasting. That's good free advertisement. Or go do um, kind of a just something so where you can get people to come try your food without having to pay for it, kind of a deal. And people love free food. So also, if you have a let's say like a trailer or something, go open it up and go to some really hot spots in Austin and maybe give away free samples and that sort of stuff. So do whatever you can to market yourself, because people, you need marketing. You need some sort of thing that will make people come to you. Um, let's see. You want to draw your customers in and want to keep them for a long time. Let's say, like, Starbucks did, it was kind of like that for a long time of, hey, come in, sit and have a cup of coffee, but go ahead and you can do some work or whatever else. Um, the only issue with that is sometimes the customers stay a long time. They don't buy too much stuff, um, but again, if you let them sit there for a while, they'll buy another cup of coffee or another cup of coffee, and it's that return business. If they come back over and over again and get a cup of coffee, you're going to get more money, and more people are going to come and sit there and spend a little time. That's like coffee houses usually, or cafes. Let's see, set up a business plan that includes the objectives of your business and the mission, or like a mission statement or something like that of your cafe or restaurant. Now, mission statements are, that's a very big kind of a big box kind of company type of stuff. They have a lot of mission statements, but also even smaller companies do sometimes. Let's make the best food ever, or I mean, whatever their mission statement is, but set up a business plan, because you need to know what is all in, how to do it all. So set up a business plan that includes objectives of the business and the mission, or concept of the cafe or restaurant. Um, the concept is very important. What makes you different than another? Let's say, what makes you different other than a coffee house? Uh, making sure that you kind of try to separate yourself from another restaurant or another identity or something. You need to just try to be your own. Um, identify several keys to success, such as maintaining high quality of food and coffee, good customer service and hands-on management, to inspire customers' loyalty. Yeah, anything that will, help with the loyalty, because the more loyal you are, the customers are, the more opportunity I have to get more money from you, pretty much. So if you're loyal all the time and you come in every day, that's what I need. I need people that are very loyal and that are going to come every day and spend their money. That's the most important thing for me, is that, and just, and how to, uh, ha, how to get those keys to success of maintaining high quality of food. How do you maintain high quality of food? Anybody? You've got to, you've got to ask comment cards. You've got to make sure, and they, uh, the manager or somebody comes around and says, hey, how was your meal today? I'm the manager. How was your meal today? Just come in, just kind of going around and checking checking everybody out and saying, hey, how's the food? Was it all right? You know, is there anything I can do for you? You know, they're just making you know, going around just trying to make sure that the customers are happy, right? You know, happy customers equals a wonderful restaurant. You know, I think it's important to make sure you have a good uh, um, kind of a good, I would say, communication toward your to your customers, because you need to talk to them. You need to find out, because they're the ones that can tell you if it's high quality food, if it's good coffee, or if the coffee sucks. You know, I mean, I'm a big kind of coffee drinker. And, you know, there are some times when I go into the restaurant or into a cafe or a coffee house and I drink the coffee and I go, God, this is crappy. It's very bitter or whatever else. It's just not for me. So, you know, as a customer, I think you know, or as the owner or as the manager, I should know that, you know, and that's why going around to the, you know, to the, in the dining room and, you know, asking your customers um, what they think, I think is a very good thing. Um, create a menu targeted to your market. Um, Now, here is a menu. You know, I mean, you want to target market with the Whispering Canyon Cafe. You know, the menu follows along with kind of the it's old timey paper. It looks like. You know, I like the look of the menu. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's got, you know, some fruit, you know, uh, all you can care to enjoy. Skillet. All right. So, you know, I like that menu and it's not too bad. Target market for a cafe and restaurant, the target market is typically an upscale casual dining market. Okay, I like this. This is nice. You can use something like this for your menu, or, you know, something similar. Here you go, East Cafe. Menu items can include brewed coffee and coffee-based beverages, smoothies, baked goods such as cookies, muffins, uh, uh, frozen yogurt, casual and light breakfasts, lunches, and dinner menu items like salad, sandwiches, small plates. All of that can be included. You know, this is a nice, you look at the price or look at the, let me scoot my, so you can look at, you've got an egg bomb, you know, it's got 2 scrambled eggs, cheddar cheese, bacon, and veggie sausage. There you go. They upsell. They're trying to upsell you on this, right? Because we talked about this yesterday. Upselling. So adding bacon is another $2, and veggie sausage is another $3. So that's your upselling the customers there. I think that's a good idea because you know, people might want bacon or whatever else, and that is a great way to upsell. Um, and all the rest of them, they're good. I mean, the pricing, it's like 550, 650. You know, I would go like instead of 50, I would do like 95 or 99 for your pricing. You know, add for the cents, I would make this for 95 or, you know, $99. I know that they were trying to go with, hold on. Sorry, I was coughing there for a second. Um, but I know, look at the pricing. They were trying to go for like, something simple, and it looks simple, but you can just get a little bit more money if you go 95 or 99. And again, anything a little extra doesn't hurt. Hey guys, are y'all okay holding on for a sec? I need to get a glass of water. I'm about to cough again. Thank you. Thank you guys. Sorry for the interruption. All right. So anyway, so that's kind of what I really like the menu. I would just change the prices a little bit for that one. But anyway, I was just analyzing it. Let's see. All right, so research what is going on with your competition all the time, so you can kind of stick with everything, and so where you're ahead of the game and you understand what's going on. You don't want to not research, not change, not kind of move with the times, because people are just going to go, these people are, the the food never changes, or the decor never changes, or after a while in a restaurant you get bored of the restaurant and you want something new, right? So just make sure you know kind of keep up with your game on the menu, the all sorts of things, because have you ever been into a restaurant and gone in and it just, the decor, the all the decor that's in there, it looks old, it looks dirty, it looks like it needs to be dusted or whatever else. It just looks nasty. Sometimes you need to update your decor a little bit, keep up with the times type of deal. And you know what, I've noticed that especially during COVID times right now, some places are shutting down for a little while to then remodel, and then or at least to remodel into having a drive-through, or having trying to figure out a way to serve people without having people in a crowded place. So just keeping up with the times, and keeping sure that your menu is kind of set up right, your hours are correct. I mean, I've seen some weird hours for cafes or restaurants to be open, and it's just kind of strange. So just making sure your hours fit your restaurant as well. I think that's very important. Let's see. Okay, to encourage, again, to encourage people to come out, right? Come out to your facility. Anything that you can get people out to your facility is always great. Like I was saying, Starbucks, lets people lets people, you know, do work and get their computer and sit there. Some places like Central Market or something like that in the summertime would have a band or live music or, you know, anything that will help attract people or make people come to your facility and stay. And if you can stay for, if you're going to stay for 30 minutes or whatever else, I'm going to at least capture a drink or two or some snacks or whatnot. So I think, anything that, like the site, I mean, look at just the cyber cafe right here. And look how many people are just sitting in there. Now that might be a little different now, honestly, until COVID changes, right? But COVID was another, you know, hiccup or another thing, obstacle that restaurants need to figure out. And it's either they figure it out or they fail and they close down. And there's a lot of them that are failing and closing down. Um, it's just that the restaurants need to figure out a way to attract people or to capture people's business in this crazy time. And I think a lot of the companies are now, I mean, how many, I mean, I do Instacart, get my groceries delivered to me. You can get, I mean, hell, if you want any alcohol, I can get, something delivered to me for anything, or HEB through Favor, any of those things. I mean, just it's trying to find something, because you're not going to have that crowded dining room, right now. So figuring out how to since you don't have this crowded dining room, what can you do and how can you make the money during this time? So, just trying to figure it all out. Um, let's see, develop a marketing plan using various strategies. Uh, sorry, guys, my allergy is really bad this morning, so I apologize. Um, so, what a marketing are magazines, or brochures, or mail out cards, or like emails or social media, any of that sort of stuff, is good. Um, but you've got, like newspapers, I mean, people used to advertise in newspapers a lot, but now, no. And how about magazines? I mean, well, maybe it's me. I haven't looked at a magazine in a long time. Um, but, I mean, I don't think, if you want to try to uh, capture me in the marketing, I would say email or social media. Social media is a big thing. Something that pops up on my Facebook feed or my. I don't use Twitter. I'm the older guy where I think I just use Facebook, and I have Instagram, but I don't really use it. I had it just because my daughters had it when they were younger, and I wanted to watch out for that. But other than that, Facebook is probably the main thing that I would get you to, or for marketing for me, is Facebook. Also YouTube sometimes. Let's see, train staff. Train staff to address problems. And we talked about this, I think, on day, or at least week one. I think week one or week two, we discussed how to deal with problems. How to make sure your employees understand how to manage problems. you know, and the only way you can do that is, I would say, just kind of setting up a little play or a skit, if you will, to train my employees. Have two waiters or waitresses sitting down and have a waiter or waitress come talk to them and let them kind of get say, okay, the scene is you're unhappy, you found a hair in your food. What do you what do y'all say, or what are you gonna say? So where they can kind of act it out a little bit, and so they can get practice on how to deal with a disgruntled disgruntled customer, so where it doesn't turn into a Karen, or what's the guy version of Karen? Do we have a guy version of Karen, or do they just call it a Karen? Yeah.
It's a Kyle.
Oh, is it a Kyle? All right. So so that, you know, so where you won't have that issue, so where you can kind of talk it out and try to work it out. And I think that's always a good good way of kind of learning how to do it, is just by, you know, turning it into a kind of a skit, if you will. You know, and making sure that my customers understand that, you know, the employee or or I'm sorry, I want my employees to understand that the customers are, you know, usually right. I won't say always right, but, you know, you want to try to do whatever you can for the customer, but there is a point where, you know, you have to put your foot down, kind of a deal, right? You know, if there's a rule like no mask, and someone is not wearing a mask in the at your facility, and you require everybody to come in with a mask, like Costco or whatever else, figuring out, you know, having kind of a skit or a kind of a practice kind of a thing, so they can kind of, you know, and get someone to be belligerent to them or whatever else, you know, so they can figure out how to go about dealing with belligerent customers. Let's see. All right, so SWOT, SWOT is an acronym. Okay, so it means you've got strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and what is that? Threats? Or yeah, I think that's right. All right, so strength, you know, it can be helpful. It can be, you know, you know, I strengths, like, what is your strengths? What do you have? What are you? Can you in a situation that's very volatile, or very a very high kind of probability that it's going to be, you know, someone's going to be get aggressive with you or talk, you know, bad. Your strength is that you can keep an even keel and go, okay, sorry, I'm sorry that you feel this way, sir or ma'am. Our intention was to, you know, give you a good meal. I'm sorry that you do not like it. What can I, and what I usually do is to say, what can I do to make you happy? Is there something that I can do to make you happy? And they'll say, well, yes, I want a free meal, or yes, I want a free drink, or whatever else. And, you know, in the whole grand scheme of things, guys, hey, one free drink is, if that's going to make them happy, why the hell not, right? Why the hell not? But again, there's a point that you need to not let them, you know, get you. But strengths, on figuring out, being able to talk to people, you need to know your weaknesses as well. You need to, you know, know that you need to uh, your opportunities. What can you do? What are the other opportunities? What other market things can you do? Uh, what are some of your you know opportunities to expand in the market place? And then the threats. What are your restaurant in the area can be responsible of a threat? So a new restaurant kind of pulling in is a threat to your business, right? So you need to just just manage it, but be what's your strength of your restaurant? What is your strength, or what is your strength of your employee? But this one, let's talk about your restaurant. What is your strength of your restaurant? What can you do? What is your weaknesses in your restaurant? Your opportunities and your threats. This kind of helps you analyze your business and your whole business on that. Let's see. We got a few more minutes. I'll go. Let's see. How to start a successful restaurant. If you plan to start a restaurant, you will need to sit down and draw out a plan to open the business. There are some hints and oh, hold on. Someone just all good. No worries. Glad you're here. Let's see. Um, all right. So y'all want to take a break? Because what I'm going to start doing is, this is what, week 4? Or no, this is week 4, I think. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be going over this, but starting today and going forward, I'm going to give you, we're going to kind of end the class earlier so where you can work on your project. And what I'm going to do is you can leave the chat if you want. I will stay on. I'll stay on here. If you have any questions, you can log back on or whatever else, but I will stay on until like around 8 o'clock or so, but I'll let y'all out a little early so you can work on your project or work on any of your porthole stuff that you need to get done. Okay. And like I said, I got an email this morning. I saw that told me how to fix the check your knowledge. So I will fix that this afternoon. I was waiting on IT to tell me how to fix it, and they told me. So I will fix that this afternoon or right after class. But everybody's gonna, today and starting for the rest of the 6 weeks, I'm going to give you all probably about 30 minutes extra to work on your project and to work on anything from the portal that needs to get done. Okay? Because I want you to be successful, and if you do not, someone asked, could I show example of a costing out sheet? Yeah, let me just show you now. Hold on, let me. Minimize this. I'm gonna have to get to my Google Drive real quick. Hold on. All right, Google Drive. Hold on. So if you go to Google Drive, or you go to that link that I sent you that has all the PowerPoints and all of that in it. Hold on, I'm pulling up Google Drive right now. Or how about this? I set it up on our break. Are you there? I'll set it up during my break, and then and when we come back from our break, I'll show you. Okay. So if you want to, let's come back at 7:20. All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and this is going to be where you can find the costing project portion of it. Okay, so here is the shared, where is my cursor? The shared drive that I've shared with you. I think I've shared it to 22 people. And you see where it says a copy of James Francis's copy of costing out sheet. Click on that. So, okay, this is how it's still loading. Hold on. Okay. All right. So this one, so this is so you would put your recipe right here. This is whatever your recipe is. Then this part you really don't have to worry about right now. You're going to put now if your recipe is for 15 people, write serving size 15. If your recipe is for one person, write serving size 1. Does that make sense? Okay, and then the rest of this costing portion will be done in a little bit at the end. So, okay, so green tomatoes, you need green tomatoes for this, and you need 0.20 pounds. Okay, so what you do is you go find out how much a tomato is, right? And you need to figure out how much only 0.20 pounds is. So it's you put 20 pounds right there and weight, and then you put the pounds, right? Then the cost of a tomato is $1.32. So you find that at the end of, so where you see this order guide where my little finger is pointing right there, that order guide is where you click and that will give you the some of the costing. Okay, it might not be, so here's like cheese bites or whatever else, jack cheese. These are some, okay, some items. Okay, now let's say you cannot find tomatoes on this. So what you need to do is just go get on get on wherever, look up how much one tomato is going to cost, and then you can put it. Hold on. You're going to put it the price back. Hold on, I've got to. I don't know why I'm. Let me get back to that recipe. All right, so you put the tomatoes down, right? So you really don't need to cost this out. It kind of costs it out for you, okay? The important thing is that if you put in pound, whatever the amount that you need, then you put in the price for that each. Now, the problem is let's say, you're buying a can of beans, but the can of beans you can't buy single. It comes in a 24 pack. So you need to take that price of the 24 pack of beans, let's say, and or case of beans, and you divide it by in however many cans you have, and you can figure out how much one can of beans are or whatever else. Okay, but you put in the price right here and it calculates this. So if once you put in that $1.32, it'll calculate the total cost. Okay, so the total cost for this menu or for this item is the Hawaiian rolls are the most expensive, and I think he bought these Hawaiian rolls. So if you want to make them, but you can buy Hawaiian rolls. That's what costs so much. Um, and so then it came up with the total cost for the recipe is $7.80 or $7.40. And then you put a 30, and everybody's going to use this 30% food cost. You're going to just type in, if it's not in there, you're going to type in 30%, and then it will come up with a price. And that is the menu price. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Chat line. All right, so the question was, so we don't need the volume and count. Well, it depends on what it is. This is if it's done by weight, right? Let's say the volume is ounces or fluid ounces or whatever else, and then count is if it comes with, like, lettuce sometimes comes with 24 heads of iceberg lettuce, right? So a count would be 24, or you need one each, right? If it says one thing of a cilantro, one bunch of cilantro, you can write one bunch and then put the price, and then it'll figure it out. Does that make sense? All right, cool. Um, so that is, you need it for 9 recipes. So you would go and you would cost out 9 recipes, and you see recipe 1, recipe 2, recipe 3, recipe 4, all the way down. Okay. So it's there, it's set up. So here's, oh, there's a crispy deviled eggs. Here, barbecue pig's tail. Right here, one pigtail. Weight is 1 pound. Barbecue or buffalo sauce is around $2.18 for that. Pickled jalapenos, and then the cost. Then 30% food cost. Everybody's going to do 30% food cost, and then menu price is that. What if you use the same ingredients for a few of the same things? So if you're using the same ingredients, all you, I mean, honestly, you would just have to, I would copy, let's say I'm using pigtail for another recipe. Well, I would just copy pigtail, copy this, and all you have to do is, place it on your, I mean, you can use the same thing. That's cross utilization. I'm cool with that. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see, what if you use the same ingredients for a few different things, like if ginger and garlic. Okay, a lot of ginger and garlic. That's fine. So you need to just figure out how much ginger or garlic you're going to be using, and then just kind of just cost it out. I mean, if you're going to use the same amount for the ginger and garlic, you can cost it out of one and then just copy and paste it. But it really doesn't, like, for example, here. Let me take this $2 off. So I'm going to delete that $2. All right. Oh, there you go. So you see, once I delete the $2, that goes away. So, and then I'll put in $2. And there you go. It calculates. So you don't have to do any calculating. You don't have to do any calculating. It's easy. It's already in the formula. The formula is already made. What you just need to find out is how much does one pigtail cost? If it costs $2, put it right there and it'll cost it all out and it add it all up for you. Does that make sense, Kevin? Yeah, cool. All right. I just want to make sure everybody understands that. So,
Yeah, it makes sense. Sorry.
okay, cool. Now, um, so I have one up at the very top. I think it's James Frank, and then I've got our Francis. I thought I had one more in here. Huh. All right, well, I will place another one. I thought I had two of them placed in here. That's weird. All right, well, I will put another one, but this is a good one for you to look at, the James Francis copy. All right, any questions on that right there? I would look at that and I will uh, post a copy of a menu today on this right here, so everybody will be able to see what the actual menu looks like for certain items with the prices and all of that on there. Okay, so the costing out is like the uh, you know, a part of it, and then creating the menu and with the design and logo or any of that sort of stuff put on there. Are we good? Let me stop sharing. Well, so where I can see everybody. All right. So does everybody feel like they or at least can look at that and kind of look around and try to figure out what that I would look at that costing sheet. That will help you out. I will post a menu for you, and so you can kind of see what a menu is now, or see what a menu looks like that was for the project. Now, one thing that I need you to do is still make sure you go through the portal in any of those little subsections, even where it says, where the check your knowledges are, even all of those little things that you need to click on all of those, and make sure you have a green check by everything. If there's no green check, or if it's a gray check, it needs to be turned green. So you need to look at that information before you actually, uh, uh, you need to look at that to get grades for that. So just make sure you go.
There's an issue with that. Like every time I go through one of the courses and then do the check your knowledge, nothing shows up on the portal if I'm using my computer, but on the app on my phone, it updates instantly.
It updates.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
I'll look. I'll
like
try to
just to
look
test it
in.
the other day, I did one of the check your knowledge quizzes
Uh-huh.
on my computer and nothing happened. Went to my phone, it told my grade, and I just took about three more just to bullshit and see what would happen, and it updated like that
Okay,
on the
and
app.
I'll look. Let me look on yours, and I'll look on the grades so I can see if it graded you twice or whatever else. I'll look at it. But other than that, I would say work on your project and work on and I will be. It's going to take me a while. I've got to for the check your knowledges, I've got to go to each individual person and kind of set set a date and time for it to log back in. So it's going to take me a couple of hours to fix all the check your knowledge ones that are not opening up. So it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get that done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the video, get all the video posted and put up. Then I'll work on the check your knowledges and make sure I get that. And then once I get your check your knowledge put up, I will then put on in the shared folder some copies of completed menus that you could look at some completed menus. All right, so I'm going to be doing it all through the day, so it's going to take me a while to get it all done, but I will have it all done for you, okay? Any questions, problems, or concerns? I would say take this extra time and start working on coming up with a menu, coming up with a concept if you don't have a concept, and start maybe thinking about costing it out and getting some items. You don't have to make it big. I mean, you use that. There's only like maybe 6, 7 spots. You can use that. It's not a big deal. Like we're just trying to get you to understand a little bit how to cost out or how a program will cost out your recipe for you. So other than that, any questions, problems, or concerns? No? We good? All right. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you work on your project and work on your stuff. But I would like you to kind of keep on that, because week 6, it's all due. And then you're going to be presenting your stuff to the class and to me. All right. All right. Peace out, guys. Rock and roll. Y'all have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.